Has none but this foreigner returned to give thanks to God? We must never forget to return to give thanks to God. The prime motivation in living out the Christian life is gratitude. That's why we celebrate Mass every day. The Mass, we celebrate the Eucharist, and Eucharist is, in the Greek, it means thanksgiving. It's just not just what we do, it's who we are. We give thanks for hopefully the next breath you're about to take before I'm done speaking this sentence. It's a gift, and you know it's a gift when you lose it. Anybody ever had the wind knocked out of them? What is more important at that moment? Is it, going to the store and picking up the groceries? Is it catching their favorite TV show? All that matters when you've lost your breath is getting the next breath back. That's all that matters. So what we often see, we are recipients of God's gift, the gift of life, the gift of the air we breathe, the gift of friends, the gift of support, the gift of His salvation, His forgiveness, and we can go on and on and on. Matter of fact, we could spend a whole eternity, which is what heaven is, having so much to give God thanks for that literally we could never do it fully in time. We could spend the rest of our lives and eternity just thanking Him. So it's precisely by realizing that what He has done that motivates us. A friend of mine once had a T-shirt and it said, Jesus gave His life for me. I'll give mine for Him. When I realize what He has done. When you look at a crucifix, what do you see? Just a man who suffered, a man who bled to death? Do you see failure and defeat? No, what you're supposed to see is how much He values you. What is your life worth? Even if you're sick, even if you're shut in, even if you're paralyzed from the neck down, what is your life worth? Look at a crucifix and ask yourself, what is the blood of Christ worth? What was the life of Christ worth? You cannot put a price on it. And that's why we cannot put a price on the worth of your life. He values you. You are precious to Him. That's why He gave His life for you. And many times we can look in the mirror and think of 100 reasons why Christ should not have died for me, or why God should not love me, or why He should not bless me or forgive me yet again. But none of those reasons will faze Him, because it wasn't because you earned His love that He loved you in the first place. 10 lepers were healed, were they not? Where are the other 9? Well, we get a very clear hint in the gospel. It says that one of them, realizing that he had been healed, returned glorifying God. 10 had to know that they no longer had this horrible disease of leprosy. All 10 knew that they no longer had the disease. Only one gave Jesus the credit. Only one realized why. And once he realized, he had to come back. You see, God can bless you and has blessed you abundantly. But if you don't give Him the credit, if you don't realize that's why you've been blessed, you will not return. You won't give thanks. As a matter of fact, we'll find things to complain about that aren't what we want in life, that aren't the way we want them. And we can feel miserable and feel like we have nothing, and yet we have life, and maybe we have food, and maybe we have shelter, we have people who love us. You see, one gave Jesus the credit, and then He gave Him the praise, and then He gave Him the thanks, and then He gave Him His heart, and then He gave Him His life. Realize now that you are loved, that you are forgiven, that you are cherished by Him, that you are blessed, that you mean everything to Him, that He died for you. It's when we realize it that we return, that we give thanks, and we say, well, maybe I'm not feeling very well, but I still have something to give thanks for. Maybe my loved one has gotten sick, but I still will give Him thanks. Maybe things didn't work out the way I wanted, but I will still give Him thanks. Maybe I can't make it to Mass today, but I will still give Him thanks because Mass came to me when I couldn't come to it. As we celebrate this Mass for shut-ins, it is critical. You see, when you realize what He has done, no one will have to tell you what to do next. No one will have to say, now you really should return. You really should start going to church. Maybe say to your teenagers or nieces or nephews. When I tell parents, a lot of times they say, my teenagers really give me a hard time about coming to church. I said, just tell your son or daughter, listen, in our family, we're grateful. We show our gratitude. That's it. Okay? You get that. Everyone wants to be thanked if they did something for you. In our house, we say thank you. And so we're going to Mass to say thank you for each other, for having a house, for having our lives. God has been good to us. Is it too hard just to say thank you? Let us never allow it to be too hard. Jesus' last words to that man said, stand up and go, your faith has saved you. You believe that I healed you. You believe that I loved you. And you came back to say thank you. Let us always come back to say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you.